Hello. How's it going? I was trying to so I guess when I schedule the live streams, in order to run with that title and tags and everything that I have set up, I have to use software, I guess. You can't just use your camera on here. So try to download that last minute and implement that, but it was really choppy. The internet really learned at the house. I used the software one other time to live stream a video game, but I don't know, for some reason it wasn't in the right mode or the settings weren't right, so YouTube wasn't corresponding with it well, but I'm going to try to start working on doing that so I can just play off the ones that I have scheduled. My fiance Caitlin is not going to be on with me tonight. She's not feeling well. She's kind of had a headache, stomach pain for the last couple of days, so she is resting. But yeah, I'm glad that you could make it. How you doing, Muppet? What? Turn around, sit down. Turn around. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, I gotta change up the fish room. I got these tanks. They're like the pet store type tanks, but I don't really like them. I haven't got a sump hooked up. Yeah, these tanks right here. I've got all these tanks. Well, I don't really like them. Like when I got them, I really liked the idea of them, but right now, how it's running, that's only about 7 gallons of water in each one of those, maybe about 8 when I have it full up to the bottom of the outlets. But I don't have a sump or anything. I don't have it all hooked up and plumbed up, so I'm losing about 2 to 3 gallons per tank. So I bought 4 more 20 longs the other day with lids. So I'm gonna be. I've already started, but I'm gonna be taking the fish out of these, setting up 20 longs with a 10 next to it. So 20 long and a 10 on each shelf. Eventually, when I get more 10s, I'll be able to turn the 10 sideways, and I'll have a 20 long and 2 10s on each shelf. But that'll be later on. I gotta do a lot of work to this room this spring. The sliding glass door. This is my first year here in this house. The sliding glass door, we're gonna try to change it out for double doors this spring. Hey, how's it going, T-Bone? Glad you could make it. The sliding glass door. So with the humidity here in the fish room, plus the coldness outside, we were having about today. There was -6 real feel. The humidity on the door was freezing, so I couldn't open or close. The door was like froze shut, and that's like let the dog out. That's where she has to go out because that's a fenced-in area. The front door is like an old style latches and stuff. It's a pain in the butt. And the other door, you have to go out and open the garage door to get out. So that's kind of a problem. If I keep the dehumidifier right next to it, it seems to be less of an issue. Honey, you gotta pick a position. Lay down or get down, one or the other. Anyway, so I gotta change that. And I want to insulate this room a little bit more. It's kind of cool in the winter. But we got our recent electric bill. So I had the dehumidifier running at like, so it would be like 40% humidity in here. And it was taking a lot of the water from the tanks and running all the time. My electric bill was like $285, which is really high. And a part of that is because we're running the heat all the time now because it's winter, but each one of these tanks has a little heater in it. So I figure if I get rid of the sectional tanks and put 20 longs in, one heater, yeah, it's not good. I mean, I have a little torch that I use to thaw it out, but so if I can, instead of 3 heaters per section, I get it down to 1 right now. I kind of consolidated some of my fish into the 55, and my breeding. Basically, this will be my breeding project out here. Oh, nice. I used to party quite a bit. I kind of gave it up, though. I have very addictive personality, so I get carried away. And I can't just do it once in a while. So I haven't drinking for over 2 years. But, yeah, so, oh, the other thing is the canister filters and the hang on the backs. I'm trying to save up to get a linear air piston, hoping that'll help the electric bill. Out here in the fish room, I'll have my 75 as a canister filter, and I have air stones in there. I could put 2 sponge filters in there right now, and I could I eliminated one other canister filter on a 30 long, and then I'm trying to eliminate 2 more hang on the backs. I just gotta get out here and do it. The other day when I got those 20 longs with the lids, I got those because a guy posted a 220 gallon. He said it was 220 gallons. Online, you look up the dimensions. Some of the dimension charts say 220, some say 240. When I ran it through a calculator, it said 227. So 220, 240, whatever you want to call it. This guy posted one for $200 with a stand and lids. I hit him up, and somebody had already made plans to get it the next morning. But I was next in line. My fiance's father also hit the guy up, and he told him he was next in line. My door's frozen shut because of the humidity in here, and it's an old sliding door. So the humidity on the glass, and then on the other side, that cold, it was like -6 there this morning. It like froze up the track on my door. But yeah, so I got the approval from her to get this 220 gallon tank, which I was gonna put. It's a mess. Don't mind the mess. But I was gonna put it right there, move all that stuff, and put it next to the 75. But that's the garage door, or that's the garage wall. That side of the room kind of stays cold. Like that tank's been the 75's been kind of running cold, but low 70s. But all those fish are doing fine. But with the electric bill so high, I figured I didn't really want to try to filter and heat at 220 right now. So the guy messaged me at like 8:40, 8:50 Sunday morning. We had to go to her brother's birthday party at 1. And I instantly called her father up to see if he wanted it, because he was talking about he wanted it because he has a Doveye cichlid, which get like 2 feet long, super vicious. He can't have it with any other fish. So I figured if I get him if he got the 220, then he could put all his fish, he could put that one fish in there, and then he could put all his other fish in the 125 because they're kind of a little bit crammed in the 90 because of the spread of it's not quite as wide. So we went and got that, and I got the 220 longs. So I'm gonna do that switch up in here, and I'm gonna switch to all air filters. Like I'm gonna do a variety of sponge filters and the box filters that I can put my own media in. Yeah, dude, I was working outside today. We were working outside today, so we're building at the school, elementary school, where they're adding a few classrooms, and they're adding a kitchen area. And the kitchen area, the steel just went up. They're trying to put like some roof on, but there's no walls. Like one section has a little bit of roof over here on the side. They wanted us to hook the roof drains up on that. So apparently the snow melts, it'll go down the roof drain and it won't cause extra weight. So we had to go hook those up today, and my boss comes out. Me and my buddy are freezing. says 9 degrees, real feel -6. And my boss is like, oh, it's not too bad out here. My toes were numb. It was like not good. But he's like, it's not too bad. But it's really cold. So that's the thing about this room. It's like it's cold in here. Like right now it's not too bad because the heat just ran, but if in between the heater running, and I have to do a lot of work in this house. Like I'm gonna have to insulate it, or I don't know. I gotta start doing projects because I filled up in September. We're just getting into the coldest. Like we're just getting into the colder parts, and I'm already down to a quarter of a tank of oil. So, and oil prices are going up right now. So I gotta do something. I gotta spray some insulation in the attic. Maybe I don't know what to do about the walls, but I'm thinking about just on that wall of the fish room, putting the door over there on that wall by the garage. I can either try to mess with the garage side, or I'm thinking I could just like put 2x4s like this along the wall to the studs that are already there, then put a thin layer, like the 1.5 layer insulation in there, and then sheetrock over that because this room needs a little bit more protection from that outer wall. Because I don't know, it's taking a lot of oil to heat this place, and I mean it's an old farmhouse and it's my first house, so live and learn, right? I kind of wish that I could just afford to heat the fish room alone without having a heater in every tank, but that is not so practical. Not for my situation anyway. I got a few free fish. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I don't want to do that. Sorry, something popped up in the background. It was like going bonkers. Got a few free fish the other day. This girl, I guess there was a fish in her tank. Yeah, like I don't know what my dog is doing. Yeah, mine's pretty bad. But I'm gonna address it. Like I kind of expected. I didn't expect it to be perfect. The house was built like early 1900s, so yeah, there's stuff to be done. But I'm thinking the walls are like thinner than I don't know, because like right on the back side of the house, at the bottom of my stairs, there's a light switch, and that is cold to the touch. So I don't know, like if the wall's real thin there or what. But I don't know. I want to redo everything eventually. Warrior, how do you get rid of tannins from the tank? Water changes, I believe. I had a tank that I used Mopani leaves or almond leaves, whatever you want to call them. No, it was Mopani wood and almond leaves to get tannins for some rams that I was keeping in there. And it was pretty dark, but water changes pretty much is what it took to get rid of it. I guess you could try. I don't even know if more filtration would work. I think just water changes. It'll take over time. It'll take time, but probably take whatever wood or well, the wood they'll leak out of the wood over time too eventually. But I guess if it's real bad, take the wood out if you don't want it. Plants might help. I'm honestly not sure. The one time I had tannins in my tank, I kind of did it on purpose. I was experimenting. But yeah, I got some. So I got some free fish the other day. This girl, actually, she lived real close. She had some fish she wanted to get rid of because they were getting beat up in her tank. So I got one all white female guppy. The tail has a big bite out of it, but I'm hoping it'll breed with my. I have a blue Dumbo ear guppy, and the male Dumbo ears are yellow. So I figured that might be a cool breed there. So I got that. I got 4 zebra danios, 1 albino zebra danio, like 5 platies, a male beta, and an upside down catfish. So I thought that was pretty cool. I traded her. I gave her a few mystery snails for giving them to me, and I'm gonna end up giving her some shrimp when my shrimp were out. All my shrimp. I had like 5 females in my shrimp tank holding, and I think they've all laid now because I have hundreds of babies in there. So that's kind of cool. They're growing out. I had a few females in my platy tank. There's a pisto in there and corridors and a beta now. So I'm thinking that those babies might have gotten eaten because it doesn't appear that they're holding anymore. So I'm not sure if they got eaten, like whatever, free food, right? Oh, the dog got hair all over me. I'm hoping, like, eventually. Oh, I bought a 2.5 gallon for shrimp only. Yeah, it's a pretty cool one. It's the only Dumbleweed one I have for guppy. We have a Dumbleweed beta, but I have a couple females in there hoping that will breed with them specifically. They've actually laid. They actually have some babies right now in there. They haven't really grown out yet. They were just born this week, so I don't really know how the characteristics of them are gonna be. I have a lot of betas. I don't know. I might make a thing to ship them, but like a website. 'Cause I do, like I keep saying, I do want to ship snails and shrimp and fish, maybe fish, but I don't know. I'm a little nervous about it because I don't know. I mean, I guess I could post them like they're like gonna be like mutt guppies or whatever, but I don't know how to tell if people are gonna want. Holy, hold on. I don't know if people are gonna want them. Like, if this is gonna cost, I guess I was a lot of videos. Everybody charges $50 for shipping for like overnight. So I say they don't want overnight. It's like $20 or $30. Is somebody really gonna want my guppies over somebody else's if they're still paying the same shipping? I have to check this guppy out real quick. I haven't seen him. I haven't seen this one. Wow. I did not realize I had an orange-tailed female. I did not know that. I think I have like 2. That was like a late color bloom there because they were pretty plain before. Sorry. Take out and boil some of the tannins out of whatever is leaching them into the tank. Boiling and a lot of soaking helped a piece of wood in my tank that had a lot. Yeah, with wood, you definitely should boil it first from everything I've gathered. If you have almond leaves, chances are you're trying to get tannins, but if you have almond leaves will leave tannins. There's no really way around that. But especially the wapiti wood, that's like they told me to just soak that straight up for at least 1 day because when I did, the water was like murky brown, like a bog. It was there was a lot of tannins in there. I probably gonna soak it for a day, rinsed it, soaked it again. But I was trying to get a dark water tank. Over time, like I said, I didn't keep up with putting in the stuff, putting more wood in or more leaves, so it got regular, well, clear, I guess. But hey, I have to grab some ginger ale real fast. So yeah, just 1 sec. Let me try to put this on the tank. You can watch the guppies swim around. 2 months before you put it in? Damn. That's patience, man. That is patience. Yeah, I guess someone might want them, right? Like, I guess it's sort of like branding, because there's a lot of people out there with, I don't even know, like, what are some of the guppies? I don't even know guppy names. Like, someday I might want to try to breed like a fancy strain, but I guess it's all like pretty much branding, because I know, like, I don't know. I watch Michael's Fish Room. Say they have some lace, something, whatever, guppy. Say he has some that somebody else has some. They're both nice quality. I guess it comes down to the brand, who you follow, who you watch. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's branding at that point, right? Because there's different ginger ales, and you choose one. Some people choose one, some choose the other. So I guess it's just like everything. I think it just comes down to my self-confidence, maybe. Maybe I lack a little bit. Ooh, I might have to grab a sweatshirt. This room is chilly. How long have you had your house, Muppet? You said you're realizing it's not well insulated. Well, hold up. I just remembered I forgot to feed my goldfish when I fed everything. They're down on the bottom. So I bought this the other day, $40. It's a little bit loud, but it's out here in the fish room, so I think it'll be all right. It's not a linear air piston, but it's like a souped up air pump. I guess the guy said you can take each one of these, put a T on them and a valve, and dim them down. He said it had a plastic one on there, but he swapped it out. But yeah, he said you would do that, split them both, choke them down, and it still blows air like crazy. And it has an exhaust here for the excess air. So I'm gonna get this set up either Sunday or soon. I gotta do it soon, and see if it'll help save on the electric bill a little bit, because I'm just trying to do everything I can to be efficient out here. Like I said, the 2 hang on the backs, the 2 canister filters down. That should help. I sold 1 canister filter that I never used it. I got it in a package deal with a 40 breeder and a 20 long that I wanted. $50 for a 20 long, a 40 breeder, a canister filter, a heater, and some other stuff. But yeah, so I sold that for $50 the other day, and now I'm selling this other one for $50 that I got in a different package deal that was like way too good to be true. Selling that to the same guy for this tomorrow for $50. So with that 50, well, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm basically probably gonna have to just put gas in her truck, because she's let me borrow her truck to go pick up a kerosene monitor heater. It's the same one my parents have in their house. They heat their whole house with it, and it's like $1,300 used. They sell for like $1,300 used. I guess the lady's moving, and they messed with it a bunch. Couldn't get it working. Like, the electrician messed it all up, but they fixed that part. It won't ignite. My parents made it sound like it's just like a ceramic igniter, which ended up going over time. They're moving. It has to be out by tomorrow. Somebody else was supposed to pick it up today, didn't show up, so I was next in line. So again, I just keep getting the hand me down, but like it's cool. So I might put that in this fish room for next year. I'm not sure yet. I mean, I'm just gonna get it anyway. I can fix it up and sell it, or maybe sell it, or maybe give it to a family member that needs it. My stepdad just got a big garage built, so I don't know, but I'm grabbing it. 9 years. I just never paid that much attention to it before. This year, I discovered a hole in the wall that had a piece of tape over it. Oh, that is not good. Yeah, like I want to take. I do construction, so I see like these guys will put up a whole wall. They'll like frame it, insulate it, sheetrock it. The next thing they're taping it. Like they can get a whole wall done and like the whole wall up insulated in a day. And then the taping obviously takes a few days because you gotta let the layers dry. But that's all cool. Like I think I could do the work too, but it's the money to fund that. Like how am I? I don't have the money to tear down my wall, put insulation in, and put new stuff back up while doing the mudding and then painting. Like just to paint it's gonna be like probably expensive. I don't know. She wants hardwood floors. Uh, I think I'm gonna be just working on this house for the next 30 years while I pay it off. But hopefully by then the market will, the market always goes up. Then if I put all this work into it, the value will go up. But my grandparents, they bought their house for like 8 or 18,000 way back when my dad was born, so in like the 60s, I think. And then they sold it a few years ago when they got an in-law basement built on my aunt's new house, and they sold it for like 80 grand. I think it was like 60 grand, like, and it sold like that, like in a day. It was priced to sell, but picture all that. I don't know, interest, inflation, I guess you'd say. And that house was old too. I think it was worth way more than 60 grand, but my grandfather was happy with it. Basically tripled his money. I had to grab a sweatshirt real fast. Here. Oops, sorry. So I went through No Shave November, then I ended up just not shaving again. It's super itchy, but like it's good now, just my mustache. When I got through all that itch, so it's like I gotta run it, full send. Did you happen to hop on when I was trying to go under the live stream that I had scheduled? Because I tried downloading Streamlabs, and I don't know if it worked. I don't even know if that's what you use. Like, I'm just getting into all this slowly. It seems like I always wait till the last minute to try to make it work, so I gotta probably not do that. She probably could have helped me figure it out, but she's not feeling well, so she went to bed early. Hmm. I will be happy when I get rid of all the can. Like I know, right? Especially Friday. You know, I work all day, and then I get my kids, so I'm not really like we tried to switch it to Saturday. Like last week, we were gonna do Saturday, and then it just did not work out for us. Um, we visited family. We got home late. We're tired, so we totally missed last weekend. Yeah, we missed it. But Friday night works for me usually. I just don't have time to get stuff done before, and like I do a lot of stuff last minute. But I will be happy when I have no more hang on the backs and canister filters. I will have this canister on my salt water, and it's called a hang. It's like it's kind of a hang on the back, but not really. Um, well, it says HOB on it, but it's a hang on the back protein skimmer. I definitely need that to get my. I only run it about 1 day a week, but you know it keeps it keeps the stuff out of the tank clean. So there's that. But the noise from like I don't know if you could hear that dripping up there. That's kind of annoying. And then my um 75 over there has the wave maker. It has the wave maker's not really pointing to the top, but it has two air stones that are running pretty powerful. Plus the canister filters blowing waves across the top. So that gets a lot of evaporation. And once that gets down like a little bit, you can hear, you know, for some reason the canister filter isn't very far from the top. It's got like a short neck. So once it evaporates like a half inch, you can hear it. And this tank up here, the thing's 3 inches from there, just the way it worked out because I don't have that plumbing hooked up. So that's dripping. The hang on the back on my goldfish tank's not bad because it's right there at the water. But then I have a hang on the back inside on my 75, on my 55, and that's kind of loud right outside my bedroom door. In my bedroom, we only have sponge filters, and the hang on the back on my 10 is not too bad. I guess on the 10 and the 20s, they sit right there just above the water, so it's not too bad. But I think it'll be cheaper to run air filters. I'm not sure. I am not sure. Hello, Bob. How's it going? Thanks for dropping in. I was just talking about switching to all sponge filters, trying to get the electricity bill down from hang on the backs and canister filters. I think it's mostly the canister filters. I'm not sure if the hang on the back really costs that much. I was about to just look that up, but and the noise, not having that noise. Yeah, luckily my FX there's an FX4 on my saltwater tank that came with it, and that it sticks down a ways like way down in there. So even when I do a water change of like 20 gallons, I never have to turn that off. It just stays going. So that's really awesome. But I know that and even this canister filter, if they have a long neck that goes way down, it's fine. But they hang on the back. I don't know. They seem to get gunked up a little bit, and then next thing you know, one side's dripping a little bit more than the other, and the noise, the unevenness. I'm kind of OCD, so I want my filter to flow down that waterfall. I want it to be nice and even and smooth across. Like I have this one up here. I think it's like I don't even know what kind of filter it is. It was like a used one I got in some sort of used setup I got, I guess. And then, oh no, actually, I got it with the 55 that I bought that had that big angelfish in it. And it has like media and sponge in there. And it just, for some reason, that gets clogged up and then it drips out the front and the sides right there. And I just hate that. So yeah, I think all sponge is the way to go. What do you prefer for filters, Bob? I'm gonna do sponge and box actually. I think I'm gonna do some box filters. Um, they seem to collect a little bit better for me, honestly. But I'll probably use them in the tanks with my bigger fish because I know like, and maybe one, I don't know, I don't really care what the snail's getting in there, but I have them and I see some baby guppies get inside of them and I have shrimp inside of them, which doesn't really bother me, but it's kind of a small area for them. And once they grow up, I don't know if they can get out. But I think they collect a lot more. I've got one of my 75 HOBs hanging crooked, so I can put 2 on the end of the 1/8. Yeah. Oh, so that's what I did on the 75 when I first got it set up. I put it so close to the wall that I put it too close to the wall. I forgot about the hang on the back. So I had to have it on the front, and I didn't like it there, so it was on the side, and my tank was a little tilted, and it did that. Yeah, I guess you can't really like. I guess every situation is different. Um, yeah, it varies, and like I don't really hate on any filters. I've never used an under the gravel filter. I don't know how I would like that, but they all definitely have their place. Oh, I forgot to tell you earlier. I was telling these guys about how I helped my fiance's dad get a 220 gallon this week, and for helping him, and since the guy gave me the tank, like he was gonna sell it to me, and I gave that opportunity to him since I didn't want to heat it or filter it. After he says whenever I want, he's gonna give me his 90 gallon. So that'll be my new biggest tank. Well, I have a 100 gallon out there, but it doesn't have a frame, and I got it for free. But he's giving me a 90 gallon with the stand, and that's gonna be freaking sweet. I hope he gives me the lids too. I think it has a lid on it. It does. It does have a lid on it. I remember he just got it to show his appreciation because we used our vehicle, our truck, and I filled up the gas, everything. If I could only have one filter, it would be sponges. Yeah, and sponges are cool because if you have to like swap it real quick, I don't know, you can like start up a new tank or something real quick with them. I guess you could with the hang on the backs. I've done that a lot with the hang on the backs, even though like whatever won't be the proper sponge for it. I'll just take one of the sponges out of my 55 and I'll stick it in the new hang on the backs because it works in all of them. Like it's just not necessarily the one that brand calls for, but I'll do that and it works out pretty good. It's like same as a sponge, it's instant cycle. But I find the hang on the backs clog up quicker. Next thing you know, like I had one on my 55. Um, it was this one up here actually that I was just complaining about that I got used. The sponge like clawed up, it went all the way up. It was like floating in the water. I woke up and there was like this much water down on my 55. And I'm like, I know that wasn't evaporation. So I'm looking for like a leak. It was dripping water down the back of the hang on the back, and the floor behind under my stand was soaked. I went downstairs later, like I didn't put it together. Later, I went downstairs to do laundry. I'm like, why is there water all over the floor down here? Like it was right where it had dripped down through the boards. I have to find a better heater. Heaters that I like. I don't even remember which one these are. I have 3 of them. I have one in my 75 salt water, one in my 75 fresh water, and then one in her sorority tank. It's like the one you buy at Petco. No, PetSmart. Sorry, bought it at PetSmart. It has like the green rubberies at the end, and then it's just glass, like a silverish or whatever. I think they're green ends. Yeah, I think it's like maybe Aqueon or I don't even know Aquafit. I don't even know what it is. They seem to work pretty good, I guess, but I don't know that tank over there. I don't know if it's because it's sitting right where there's no motion or what, but it's not getting up to the temperature I believe I had it set at. So I'm a little concerned about that. And then, but on the other tanks, it's fine. Then I have two of the same heater in two different tanks, and they seem to jump a little bit. Like one day it'll be like it'll feel right, and then the next day it'll be really warm, or it'll feel a little colder. So I'm kind of gonna try to experiment with that a little bit more, like different heater styles. I have a bunch of these just 76 to 78 preset ones, and some of these smaller tanks. Those do fine for that, but if I'm gonna be trying to breed specific fish, I'm gonna have to make sure that all my stuff is spot on. So that's what I'm gonna probably have to experiment with, is what I prefer for heaters next. I know for the hang on the back, I don't know if the hang on the sponge filters. I don't know if you guys have seen them. It's like a dual cannon. You put the air tube down to it, and it flows up the front. Well, I can show you. See those? How they got the two, oops, let's try to do this in the mirror. The two sponges there, the air comes up the middle. I like those. I think I'm gonna put one of those on the end of each tank, and then either a can of like one of the Aquarium Co-op weighted sponge filters on the other end, or a box filter. So I can put carbon in them, or I can put whatever I want in those. So I think that's what I might do when I get these 20 longs going. I'm trying to sell these tanks. I had a guy that was supposed to come look for them, but he ended up buying like a bunch of really expensive plecos, and then he didn't want them anymore. So I don't know. I paid $160 cash, a 55-gallon, and traded $40 worth of these like rubber placemat things. So basically, like almost a $400 value for them. I'd like to get at least 300 back, but nobody's really biting on it. What do you think they're worth? What tank is it? I'm selling 3 of them. They're these like pet store style tanks. So this has 3 sections, and each section is drilled, and it has the bulkheads. So you could plumb them up. I haven't plumbed them up yet, but you could have 2 of them that have 3 sections. One of them that up there is missing the divider over that way. So it's like a 1/3, 2/3. And then I have one that's fully wide open. They all have blue backgrounds. They all hold water. Each section holds water separately. Like the middle one doesn't leak into the side one. They're all sealed off well, all bulkheaded. Then there's a big, and I haven't hooked it up, but there's a big like a tank, plastic tank with 2 big bio wheels. So somebody could plumb it all up. I built this nice shelf for it and everything. I'm keeping the shelf, but I want to sell those 4 tanks in that basin. I asked 300 online for it, but nobody's even really hit me up on it. One dude did, but no bite. He kind of backed out. I don't really even know what they're worth, honestly. I thought it was really cool, and it was exciting to me, but then now after using them, I'm just like, kind of more of a hassle than, they're kind of more of a hassle to me, but, somebody might like them. Thank you. Yeah, I mean it's a cool setup. Like I think if I plumbed them all up, just Facebook Marketplace. I think if I tried to plumb them all up and I had the basin going in the back with the bio wheels, or maybe just some sort of sump setup, I think it'd be better. But it's gonna cost me a bunch of money. I have the pump, but it's gonna cost me a bunch of money to do all the like hose work and the plumbing, and I just don't know. Like all the water is gonna be cross contaminated. So what if like these fish need a different parameter? I don't know. It just seems. I like the idea, but now I'm not so keen on it. That's about all there is to it. I really like the 20 long. After setting up the 20 longs, I really like that, and that's the way I want to go. I'm actually gonna message this new store that's opening to see if they're not interested. I can't even send a picture. Hmm. Well, guess I'm bummed. Yeah, like there's not really much else here to check, anywhere to sell them. I guess I could try Craigslist, but I don't think that would really help. The rack that I got for my LFS. Oh, really? Do you like that, or I guess that would be kind of good if you had if you were breeding and you had the parents on one side, and then you wanted the baby to be able to get over there. Because I know like my guppies, that'd be cool. Because I put my adult guppies on one side, and then when they're born, like right now I have an egg because I have enough Java moss in there now that they kind of can hide. But I was moving them from one tank to the other, so it would have been cool if they could just swam over there if they were smart enough to do that. But if I had different species, I wouldn't want them cross mingling between the sides. Although I just posted this like a week ago, so it might just not be a good time for it, considering it is the holidays. Like people are already spending all their money. I bet if I posted it like right around tax time, then I might have a little better luck. So that's probably what I'll have to do. Is just wait, like hold on. Like I could set my 20s up and then just like have these in the basement until February, March, April maybe. Hey, what do you guys say about? Okay, so I got these two. I got a 20 and two 10 gallons, and I had them in the garage. I gave one of the 10s to my cousin. The other one had water in it from when I water tested them, and I just neglected to. I hadn't needed it, so I just neglected to empty it out. And yeah, it froze up. The bottom broke, so boom, junk tank. I have a 100 gallon, a 75 gallon, and 420 longs out there in the garage. It's not heated. Do you think those are gonna crack where there's no water in them? Like, should I bring them in to be safe, or I'm not sure. I don't have any experience with that. I think I might have to bring them inside. Like the 100 just got to stay out there. It was free, so if it breaks, like whatever. I've never tried to breed rainbow fish. I got 3 of them. I thought one was a female. I thought 2 were a male and 1 was a female, but they all ended up being males. Like it colored up like crazy once I got it home. I thought it was gray, but it's like a really pretty blue. But yeah, sorry. I was just reading something. I think 3 rainbow fish, but I was just looking at these ones the other day. I can't remember what they were called. They were at the pet store. Was it Malaysian? I don't think it was. I would bring them in to be safe. I don't really know. Yeah, like I need to bring my. I'm scared if I bring them in, they're gonna crack going from cold to hot real quick. I feel like I should go get the 20 longs and bring them in like now though. Maybe I'll do that like after the stream though, because that'd be rude. If the 75 cracks, that would really suck too. Like I haven't even used it yet. I traded for it, but I can't bring that in by myself though. I'm gonna need her help, I think. Dang, I should go bring them in. I'm gonna wrap this up in like 8 minutes. I'm gonna just keep it to an hour tonight. But yeah. Oh, so she has this elephant ear plant that her grandparents gave us, and it was doing great. And we moved. I left it outside. It froze up and died. Brought it in next spring. Well, wait, no, that was the end of spring. So as summer came along, it was thriving again. Boom, all summer, doing great. Kind of got waterlogged though at one point. It got left out with the cold again. Froze, died. Brought it in just recently. I've been watering it with the fish tank water, and it's starting to pop up again real good. Like I just gotta remember to bring it in when it gets cold during like the fall. But let's see if I can't not mess it up this time, because that'd be good. It would show that I pay attention and care, right? I'll bring your plant inside. But it's crazy that what the fish tank water will do to a plant. Like I have these I was kind of running an experiment, but I have catnip plants and 2 sage plants, and I've been watering them. I was trying to water one with tank water, one with tap water. I ended up just doing all tank water because it was way better. Takes tanks and equipment on commission. Like trades, or they'll pay for them. I mean, I could trade. I don't know what I trade for. I guess if I was to trade them, what would I want? A bucket of Crystal Reef salt mix, a heater, and some sponge filters, maybe. I got these gudgeons I've been breeding. I have these gudgeons I've been breeding. Peacock gudgeons. I have like 200 babies, probably probably 150, 200 babies, all a couple weeks apart. And I got more right now in a thing, but I'm gonna be selling them. I have like 4 pet stores. I have probably 5 to 6 pet stores I could go to, all within an hour radius. But they're all kind of like different. I mean, if I was to do them all in one day, that would be a lot of driving. But like 3 of them or 4 of them are one way, and there's another one like the other 2 are completely opposite directions. But dude, I'm doing great. One second, let me finish this story. So, but the one pet store that's the closest, I told him about them, and I was like, when they're ready, would you like to buy some? And he says, oh, we could. What did he say? He said we could do a trade. And then okay, and then a little bit later, I'm like, so when they're ready, you want me to stop by? He's like, so yeah, we could trade something. Like he does not want to. I don't think he wants to buy them. I think he wants to trade. Which maybe I will trade, but it's that's I don't know. I want to just sell them. I just want the money. Hey Danikin, I ended up subscribing back. Some people it doesn't notify me, and then other times it'll notify me that my that somebody followed me. So I try to or subscribe. So I try to subscribe back when it pops up. But yeah, I don't know because it seems like if I trade him, like customers really gonna get like a third value anyway. If he wants to trade me like straight up like a couple bucks less than what he's gonna charge me for, but they're like a $12 fish. So if he's gonna expect to trade me these fish $3 a piece for his store prices, he's already making a markup on that. Then he's gonna be marking up ×4 on the fish I'm selling. I feel like that's kind of just I'm getting the shaft on that. What do you feel about that? Like, if you were to want to sell this store fish that you bred for like a quarter of the value he's selling them for, wouldn't you want like his price on something like if he's paying $30 for a heater, instead of him getting the markup plus marking up your fish, it's just like a win-win-win for him, and I'm just over here settling. So if he doesn't want to give me cash, I probably won't do business with him, unless maybe for salt. I don't know. It's a hard decision. Guess I could just hold out and go through all the other stores. But anyways, yeah, Dead Fred, how have you been, man? I didn't end up doing a live stream last week, so you didn't miss me last week. We were gonna switch to Saturday, and we were with family, and it just did not work out for us. And now she's not really feeling good. She's had a headache, so she went to bed early. But this fish room's getting cold. I did change some stuff around out here. The electric bill was super duper high, so trying to work that down. She pays the electricity, so trying to come up with something, some way to. I mean, I don't think the heat out here is going to be fixed this year, but you'll only get notifications if the user has their subscription set to public. If the subscriptions are private, you won't get a notification. Sadly, the markup is the way business stays in business. It may be more advantageous to sell direct if you can. Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, I could post on the group, the Facebook group. Well, you're not supposed to sell on Facebook, but I could put up for discussion. But I've never shipped fish, which I kind of want to do in the spring. I kind of want to ship fish, so I might try that. But I bought these fish. No, my original 3 I bought from one of the pet stores. He just got them randomly. And then I bought 3 more. I don't know how'd that work. Yeah, one of those died. I bought 3 more from this other dude I found on Get Gills. He ended up living like 15, 20 minutes away from me. So I bought those from him, and he sells them on Get Gills. I kind of feel like I was stepping on his toes if I bought fish from him, bred them, and then threw them right on the same website that he was already selling on. But maybe if I put mine on for like $1 or $2 more, like not to be greedy, but like if I just put him on for like $1 or $2 more, that way I'm not undercutting him. You know what I mean? It's all fair. Like, maybe that. I don't know. What would you guys do if you bought fish off this person, off Get Go? Say you bought fish off somebody, bred them. Would you resell them like at the same spot they're selling them? Like, I feel like that's kind of. I guess it's maybe that's just how it works, but I don't know. I guess it comes down to what we were talking about earlier again. I guess it's kind of brand. Like, why does somebody want to buy my guppies over somebody else's? It's kind of like a brand thing, maybe. I don't know. He has done some swapping, I think, so he might be able to give you some pointers. Okay. What? Oh, Dan. So Danikin is Kenny, I'm assuming. I never worry about the LFS markup or what I get on fish because I want the local store to stay open, but I always get fair. Yeah, that's true. I do prefer the local fish stores over the box stores. So if you're breeding for profit, you're eventually going to compete with your suppliers if you're going to be successful. That is true. I guess you're right. Uh, yeah, it is what it is, right? Maybe I'm too nice for this business. Yeah, that's right. I guess it will be. I just feel bad, like buying them off the dude and selling them right, like setting up stand right next to him type of deal. But I was about to get off here too because it's been an hour, but now everybody just showed up, so I'll stick around a little bit longer. This always happens. I'll stick around. Uh, um, but yeah, I could sell like partial to the store and partial direct. But I don't think we're really get rid of like 200 of these things directly. Maybe, like, I guess it's possible, but there's a ton of them. I would show you guys, but I don't even think you'll be able to see them. But let's take. Oh no, I'll lose service over there too. Yeah, we can't do that. Cannot do that. I need to move my Wi-Fi because I can't like walk around here in the fish room and show you guys stuff because I'll just lose service. I can only stay on this one side of the room. What are you growling at? Hey, it's a car going by. If you're breeding for the love, then you're going to want to try to break even at the very least, in some way, shape, or form. Like Gary said, get what's fair. Yeah, like I'd like to make some profit eventually, but I think at first, like right now, it's fun for me, and like if I could pay back, get some of my like money back for my resources, like you said, break even or whatever. Yeah, you're right. It's that public relation, like it's the icebreaker. Yeah, because better deals. That's what's up to. And I buy crickets all the time from them, and yeah, I guess it's a builds a relationship. It's something to build upon with that pet store. The what? Oh, why was it message retracted? Hey, it's a freaking train. There's nobody out there. Honey, come. There's nobody out there. This dog. Honey, can you stop? There's nobody out there. It's a train. The train just went by and honked the horn, and she thinks there's a car out here coming to get us. Honey, come on. Get up here. Get up here. Honey, come. What's your deal? Nobody out here. It's a train. It goes by every night, twice a day. Okay, come on. Get inside. Coming? See, it's a train every day. Jeepers. Train goes by twice a day and she freaks out at it. I was going to say that you want a relationship with others. Give them some mutt guppies or pest sniffs. Something you can part with. One hand wash the other. It's still American. Yeah. I don't think I can give them snails because we're not supposed to really have snails here. But yeah, so I probably won't give them snails. But actually, there is one guy that don't. He'll take them, but the box stores don't carry them. But I think the local fish stores sometimes do. The wet spot. I've heard of it, but I'm not really sure. I've never looked into it. That's cool though. Four local pet stores you do business with. I'm gonna look them up. So what do you breed, Kenny? That's your name, right, Kenny? I'm figuring you're Kenny. I've heard of the wet spot. I just don't. I've never really looked into it. Yeah, she'll wake me up in the middle. So in the summer it's bad because we'll have the windows open, and if she smells like an animal or hears something outside, like she'll be barking at the window, and it's like, what do? You can't just. Oh yeah, no, they have them in their plants, but like one off Maine, so we don't have a restricted species list. We have a Honey's going to drag a train to your back door one day. Watch. Yeah, and she'll wake me up in the middle of the night, like barking and stuff, and like I can't just tell her to go back to sleep because she's barking all viciously. So I'm scared. Like I gotta go check it to make sure there's nothing there. Because the one time I don't check, some dude's gonna be like busting in my door, right? So we don't have a restricted species list. We have like a non unrestricted species list. So it's just a list of the things we're allowed to have, and snails isn't really on there, or neocaridina is like we don't have shrimp and snails aren't on there. Therefore, we're gonna put them on our lakes, and they're gonna like just multiply. So, but I order them online, and people have them. They're just not sold in the stores really. So I don't think I could just sell them to. But I could drive to New Hampshire and sell them there, which I guess if I had a ton of them would be worth it once in a while. All right, let's see. I'm checking out the wet spot real quick. Tank Decker, tropical waterfish, aquatic plant. I need to get some more species of plants. What the heck? What is these? Sorry about that. I gotta get some more plants. No, I'm in Maine. And yeah, no neocaridina, no shrimp, no snails, except saltwater. Because I guess our ocean is different than. Thank you. Minimum $6 is 7. Gesundheit. Well, thank you. I would not have known how to spell Gesundheit. I'm trying to figure out what kind of rainbows I saw the other day that I want to get. I just saw them in, was it Madagascar rainbows? I think it was. Yeah, the Madagascar rainbows. I saw some of these at Petco. This does not do it justice, but I want to get some of them. They're cheaper too. They're only like, unlike the other ones, they're like $8 or $9. I bought some. What are these other ones? The ones that everybody has. I have two Bosmatis and then some sort of blue one. Yeah, we can't even have killifish here. It's like bonkers what we can't have. One sec. Jeepers. Oh, yes, the heat's turned back on. Yeah, I gotta get some more plants because I have a bunch of like different ones, but I just want more, and I want to be able to fill every tank with them. Patrick Polson, how's it going, man? I think you stopped in on my last stream too. Welcome back. The picture is familiar. I remember that picture. I want to get a really good powered. Like I have a nice light for my saltwater, but I want to get a nice light for plants. They're so expensive. I hate allergies. Does anybody else have Oscars? Because these Oscars, let me get this food. Hold on. Like this food is pretty big. Well, I mean for a fish's mouth, like I don't know. It's not the size of a Kix, but they'll eat. Like I'll drop one in, let the big one will get it usually first. And I'll try to drop another one over here for the little one, and then the big one will get that one, and like he'll get like he'll take like 3 or 4 of them in his mouth, and it's just. All right, bro. Well, I hope you sleep well. But yeah, he'll just get these packed up in his mouth, and I don't know. I think he's gonna choke sometimes. Try this. You got a Mutt Guppy tank. If you could spare a dozen, bag them up as a bonus for whatever the LFS buys from you. It's like the holiday card for the mail/garbage man. Yeah, I could do that for sure. Yeah, I got a ton of them. I got like I don't know how many guppy babies I have. In one tank right here, I'm looking at like probably 30 or 40. Then the smaller ones, I probably got another 30 or 40. And then in these other tanks, they're all breeding too. So I probably, like, I could definitely do something like that, especially with guppies. Smoke signal coordinates. You want them to reach out to you before you reach back out to them. Yeah, that seems like a good way to do business. I want to let them grow out a little bit more, but yeah, I'm hoping eventually that's how it'll roll, because that'll be sweet. I'm about to move all my guppies into 120 long. I have them in this tank divided up, but I'm taking that tank down. What do you guys like? If I have a ton of guppy grass and Java fern, do you think the babies will like? I'm sure some of them will get eaten, but a majority of them should survive, correct? Or like I don't know how packed I have to have it, but I know they eat the babies, but it's hard to have a separate tank for them. I'm getting tired too. I think I'm probably gonna call it here. I'm too tired, and I got a big day tomorrow. I gotta go sell that canister filter. I gotta go pick up a kerosene heater for free. Hopefully I can fix that up. Maybe warm my fish room a little with that. And then we're going to her mom's for an early Christmas since we both have big families. Bump up quantities, like bump up how much they're buying. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. If they buy a lot and then they're just cheaper, I mean, and I guess they go quicker, it frees up the tank faster, right? Bob is confused. Yo, I wonder where PB is. He used to come to all my live streams. I don't know if he had missed one yet. It was PB, and then who was that other guy that was always here? Fred. It was PB and somebody else is aquatic. Can't remember his name now. Okay, yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's smart. Who the heck was that? Vinny? Was it? Yeah, I think it was Vinny's aquatic. No, was it Vinny? I can't remember. I think it might have been Vinny. I'm trying to see real quick. So you gotta be right here, follow. It was. Oh, yeah, PB Aquatic was normally here, and then I can't find it. Maybe it was Vinny's. I guess it probably was. Yeah, it must have been Vinny's. Yeah, no problem, man. I hope you guys can make it next Friday as well. Trying to figure out the software. So I always set it. I always set it so it like try to set a reminder for everybody, but I can never end up live streaming with that title and that setup because you have to have software. So I got Streamlabs. I'm gonna try to get it set up. Aquarium Co-op. Sorry, dude. I always do that. What is up, man? I'm actually just about to wrap it up. I appreciate you stopping in, though. This always happens. Every time I try to get off, somebody pops up, and it's like, I can't leave now. Yeah, dude, I hope these allergies subside, too. I think it's part of it might be this, like, forced hot air system I got here. I don't know. How are you doing, Aquarium Co-op? I'll give it another 5 minutes. Yes, please hit the like button. I don't know if I'm allowed to ask that. I guess I can. But if you didn't like it, then don't like it, obviously. I feel like I have a hard time staying on task, on course sometimes, but I'm doing better. That's good. Glad to hear. Well, I hope you stay doing better and continue doing better. Because that would be good. Rise up. Oh, you sound congested. Dude, I was super. So, the building I'm working in, they've been like insulating and stuff. There's no airflow at all in there. And it's just bad. But, they were spraying in the insulation of the walls like a week ago, and I was so congested. And I did the ginger root tea like you told me to, and it actually cleared me up quite well. So I think I need to get some ginger tomorrow and make another batch of that. It's actually pretty good with some honey in it. But I do sound congested a lot of the time. It's kind of, I have something with my nasals, I guess. It's just like extra right now. Yeah, I know. I use up the rest of my ginger. I'm gonna get some more. Like, just keep some. How long will it keep in the fridge? Well, should I keep it in the fridge? Like, how long does it keep for? Yeah, more watch hours. But I have no IRS RDO. But yes, Freddie. Huh. Okay, I'm confused on that. But anyway, yeah, the watch hours is good, but I'm nowhere near the subscribers I need. So that'll come though with time. I'm not worried about that. All right. But yeah, I gotta get to sleep, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. See you next week.